Welcome to the video. In this session, Larry will be demonstrating flan in the Dash Mini Egg Bite Maker. This dish is innovative, simple, and delicious.
Welcome to the show. In this show tonight, we're fixing caramelized flan, which is actually Spanish egg custard. And we're going to do something a little bit different than probably what you've seen it done before. We're going to be cooking it and fixing it in the Dash Mini Egg Bite Maker, except we're going to do a little bit of a difference with it. First of all, we need to get our caramel done. So what we're going to do, the recipe calls for 2 tablespoons of sugar and 1 tablespoon of water. But we're going to put 4 tablespoons of sugar and 2 tablespoons of water. And we're going to stir that up. And I'll tell you why we're doubling it up in just a minute. It'll become very obvious. Okay, let's turn on. I'm using the induction cook eye. I'm going to put it on medium and start. And we're going to let it get hot and boil until it becomes a caramel color without stirring it. If you stir it while it's cooking, which is exactly what you'd think you should do, it won't work. I found out the hard way. So I'm going to cut out on the camera for a minute, and when it starts to boil, I'll come back. This sugar and water has been cooking now for about 5 minutes, and I've got it set on 275 degrees, and it's turned an amber color, which means that it's ready. So let's turn it off, and we're going to have to move quickly, but I'm going to dish a little of it, a spoonful of it, into each of these little dishes, these little egg bite dishes. And that'll become the top of the flan once we get it cooked. For those of you all who have cooked it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you haven't, stick around, I'm going to show you. And I'm going to do something, like I said, a little bit different. Now, I told you I doubled the recipe. With each of these egg bite makers, it comes with one of these larger cups too, so you can do larger eggs rather than the little egg bites. So I'm going to pour the remainder into that. And then we're going to let them all sit there for about 5 minutes and cool. And then we'll set up the egg bite maker and move to our next step. Let's continue on with this relatively simple, delicious flan. The next thing we're going to do in a mixing bowl, we're going to use 4 egg yolks. That's easy enough. We're going to put in 3 tablespoons of granulated sugar, and if you want it sweeter, you can add more. If you don't want it as sweet, use 2. Then we're going to put in about a teaspoon of vanilla. That makes the flavor really, really good. Then I have 1 cup of warm milk. It's actually about 140 degrees. So when we pour it in, we want to mix as we pour, or it's gonna cook these eggs, and we don't want that. We don't want them cooked. We're going to pour it in slowly and stir vigorously. Set that aside. And then we're going to mix this. I'm going to use an immersion blender with a whisk attachment on it to finish stirring this, because that's my go-to choice for mixing. Makes it nice and frothy and looking good. Looking real good, nice and foamy and frothy. We're done with that, and I'll be back in just a minute, and we'll start this cooking. I've preheated this Dash Mini Egg Bite Maker. I know it's preheated because I plugged it in and the blue light was on. When the blue light goes off, it's preheated. So let's open it up. There's no need to spray it or put any kind of a non-stick in it because we're not cooking in this. We're going to be cooking in the little cups that we put the caramelized sugar in. So the first thing we want to do is we want to take one of the cups and pour 1 cup worth of water into the lower plate. And what that does is that causes these to actually sous vide while we're cooking them. So let's put the 4 little egg cups in there. And as yet, all they have in them is the melted sugar, the caramelized sugar. Those are in there. Then we've got the bowl that we mixed up with the immersion blender. We're going to fill them about 3/4 of the way up with the egg, milk, vanilla mixture. By the way, there'll be a recipe, a written recipe for this in the information below. Now, you can see I've still got quite a bit left, and that's where we're going to use another device. Let me show you. Let's close that. Let me start my timer because it needs to run about 12 to 13 minutes for it to be done, and we'll check back on it. But since there's quite a bit of this left, you can either wait until these cool a little bit and turn the flan out onto a plate, or these egg cookers come with a larger cup as well. And I've found if you put the caramelized sugar in there and put more of this egg mixture in for a second batch, it works just great. I haven't seen anybody do that but me, so we'll give it a try and see what you think. I'll be back in about 10 minutes and we'll check on these. It's been 7 minutes. Let's take a quick look. That water is just a-boiling in there, as you can see, and the eggs are looking good. They're beginning to firm up, but we've got another 6 minutes to go, so let's let them go and then we'll take them out then. We got the 12-minute mark, so let's open it up and see. Yeah, they look like they're good and done. They're firm, so we're going to take them out and put them on this little plate. And they're hot, but they have a little handle on the side of them that makes them where they're not impossible to drag out. 3, 4. There they are, and we're going to let them sit. You can let them sit anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes. Seems to work best. Now, since some of the water is cooked out, we're going to pour a little bit of water back in so we can sous vide this great big cup. And what I normally do with this big cup is I don't turn it out and eat it that way. I chill it, put it in the refrigerator after it's done, and I eat it right out of the cup. So we're going to pour that in, and you don't need to make it too full, because if you do, it's not going to cook. Let's close it down, and we'll let that one cook, and we'll check back on it in about 10 minutes. It's been about 13 minutes on this one, and let's take a look, and yep, it's done too. I'm going to take it out and put it on a plate so it can cool. You can see the consistency is perfect. It jiggles like it's supposed to. Okay, I'm going to clean up my workspace here a little bit, and then we'll turn out a couple of these that we have in the small cups. I've turned out the first one. Here it is, and you can see it looks perfect, except for I should have probably cooked that sugar just a little bit longer to get it a little bit browner to make these look better. But it's fine, it'll taste just as good. I'm going to just run the knife around, and we flip it, and it comes right out, and you have a perfect little flan medallion. Let's give it a little taste. Let me get a fork. And we'll see what it tastes like as if I don't know. Oh, so good. They're just delicious. Give these a try and see what you think of them. Also, if you've enjoyed them, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We have over 1,200 subscribers already, and we're looking to go to 5,000. So you could really help us a lot by subscribing. It brings more people in and gets our message out to more people. Thank you for watching. It's always a pleasure to have you. There's a link in the description below, also a recipe, a full recipe for this dish, and a link for the Dash mini egg bite maker from Amazon. That if you purchase through the link, it helps the channel a little bit and doesn't cost you any more. Thank you again, and we'll see you on the next video.
We truly appreciate all of our loyal subscribers along with new visitors. We do this for you and hope you enjoy it as much as we do. Below, you will find a written recipe for this dish and Amazon purchase links for items used on the channel. Please leave your questions, comments, and suggestions below in the space provided. Until our next video, happy cooking and take care.